had something special to offer. So Toyota doubled down and went back to work with Yamaha on the 1600 GT. This was a special sporty version of the Toyota Corona, and its goal was to be a junior version of the 2000 GT for far less money. Once again, Yamaha took the existing Corona 4R engine and developed the 9R, a souped-up 1.6-liter dual overhead cam variant that made 110 horsepower. And this time, the partnership really paid off. Toyota sold over 2,200 examples of the 1600 GT because the Japanese public really felt like they were driving a baby supercar when they were in this. Now, if I'm being frank, for Toyota, these little special edition cars were really a drop in the bucket compared to their whole line. They were selling so many different cars with so many different engines, but one thing was very clear. Yamaha was Toyota's engineering golden goose. And so Toyota thought maybe it was time to use some of that physical magic for cars that were a little bit more mainstream. Cars they would sell in droves. So Yamaha was contracted yet again to develop a lightweight, compact, reasonably powerful engine for use in the Carina, Corolla, Celica, and MR2. That engine was the legendary 4AG. It started life as a standard Toyota 4A, making about 70 horsepower. Yamaha once again went to the lab and developed a dual overhead cam 16-valve version. The valve angle was impressively wide, 50 degrees, with big intake ports and fuel injection. Plus, Yamaha used a variable induction system that used butterfly valves in the intake ports to maximize air movements. This resulted in a 50 horsepower increase to 120 horsepower. A 50 horsepower increase in an engine that made 70 horsepower, all by just swapping out the cylinder. The 4AG was famous for the engine that lived in the 1886 Corolla, and it was an extremely popular choice for racers and drifters for years to come. It was revised a number of times and saw power increases in every generation. They even later made a 20-valve version that used variable valve timing and 5 valves per cylinder, bringing output to 160 horsepower in the early silver top versions and 165 in later black top versions. Truly an impressive output for a little 1.6-liter engine. Now, so far, Yamaha had been excelling at making these little Toyota engines go fast, which makes sense. Their motorcycle business was built on making tiny engines make little more than tiny horsepower. But in 1984, at the very same time they were working on Toyota's little 1.6, Yamaha was contacted by a totally different car company, Ford. And well, if there's one thing that Ford is known for, it sure as heck ain't tiny engines. Oh no, Ford meant big cars with big motors. You see, that's where the problem lies. You see, the mid-80s was right in the swing of the big front-wheel drive transition for automakers around the globe. GM and Chrysler already had the A-body and K platforms respectively, and Ford was playing catch-up. Their rear-wheel drive Ford LTD was a horrible sell, and a new front-wheel drive car was slated to replace it, but it needed to be a home run. And so they brought the world the Ford Taurus, a mid-sized family hauler with either an inline-4 engine or the 3-liter Vulcan V6. Long story short, the Ford Taurus was a people loved that thing. My family
I sent you an email.
We drove that thing all around the country. But even in V6 trim, the Taurus only made 140 horsepower.
Go check your email.
They were the makers of the fire-breathing Mustang, and a model that became as popular as the Taurus.
I'm all right. I'm still living. I ain't dead.
Saw what they were doing at Toyota and wanted a piece of that action. And so Yamaha was given that 140 horsepower Vulcan V6 and told, make some magic happen. And make magic they did. The over-square design of the Vulcan V6 meant that it was an engine that wanted to.
I just heard from
so Yamaha created a
MJ.
overhead cam system.
You doing all right?
Intake manifold, which let it sink to 7,300 RPM while making 220 horsepower. And this engine was a looker too, with its complex snaking intake manifold as the crowning jewel on top. The car that was bestowed this lively V6 was the Taurus SHO, or super high output. And considering the Mustang's 5-liter V8 made only about 210 horsepower, this Taurus definitely earned the SHO badge.
Well,
Ford sold over 15,000
hold on.
in the first year alone. So it's safe to say that this was another gangbuster success for Yamaha. Yamaha was now a worldwide engineering superstar. And so where else to go but the biggest of big wins for engine makers? Formula One. Yamaha began supplying the Zaxby team with a 5-valve, 3.5-liter V8.
Anyways, where you been?
RPM and made over 600 horsepower. But as it turns out, in Formula One, you need more than an engine to succeed. Yamaha never won a single race in Formula One. Not with Zaxby.
Yeah, how's it going?
Corbin Jordan in 1992. Tor Terrell through 1996. Tor Arrows in 1997. 8 years of massive spending.
I like your videos.
R&D, pretty much nothing to show for it. And that was a big failure for the executive
I've been watching the story of Yamaha. Watches, organs, pianos, harmonicas, motorcycles, race car. They start building motors for everybody. Just been working. How are you? I'm all right. Yeah, that's all you can do, girl. Went to the hospital. Uh, Everything's all right. Having trouble getting cold. I'm a lot of trouble getting cold. Now, that's been a real sucky ass thing. I can't heat my house. I gave you the link there, Bubba, if you want to join in. I just put my laundry out. No, it wasn't very good. Yeah, I heat with good anthracite coal, not the dirty pollutant coal. It's easy, it's convenient, it's high energy. But boy, I ain't seen you in a long time. Oh, I can't do that from here. I can't make you I can't make you a moderator from there. Yeah, I thought I told you all this. I called you on the phone. You told me the same thing happened to you on the same day. You don't remember that conversation? Oh, this old machine sucks, but we'll get there. We'll try to make you a moderator. Well, we got I got my old bike. We're getting that ready. And how do I get there, though? Edit, delete, get shareable link. Oh boy. Yeah, we how the hell do you watch it on YouTube? That's the link, maybe. There it goes. Yeah, we're doing all right. Why, you didn't know I burn coal? I've been burning coal for years. You ain't got money, man. That's the way to go. I think I'm gonna get it now. Just give me a second here, see if it'll load. Yeah, that's nice. Go ahead, kick me in the balls, why don't you? LOL. I don't even think I'm going to get one decent tomato out of my garden. Oh yeah, yeah, but it's going up almost $200 a pallet. Yeah, I don't think you guys got coal there. You're in Oregon. I don't know. There might be coal there. You want anthracite heat coal. You don't want bituminous. That stuff's really bad for the environment. That's bad coal. It took me all this time to get to you, but here we go. We'll make you a moderator. Pin message report. What the fudge? Come on, man. Oh, all right, hold on. As a moderator. The Curious Bunny. Where's she? Hold on. Let me get that one. Hold on. I'm working on it. I'm working on old machinery here. Hawkeye's in the room. All right, there you go. Miss Penny, why don't you join me? We got a lot to talk about. One at a time. Penny first, if you would. Yeah, there you go. What a project when you're working with old machinery. Hawkeye doing good. Typing caps. If you could. Oh boy. Oh boy. We got some weird stuff going on with home heat in this world, and just forgetful. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about, Penny. Was how the hell are things going in England with the energy crunch? Wait, I'm bad. Coming up here, wanted. Hey, all right, no problem. But you keep us informed of what's going on with your heat over there. I know Italy and Germany look like they're totally screwed out of winter heat. Well, I can't get cold. I'm old, LOL. Yeah, well, I'm bored. Yeah, I didn't even think it was that late. I forgot. Well, just keep us informed. Do a short video if you find out you're in serious trouble. Hey, Lewis, welcome back. Twice in one day. Hillary is a devil, shapeshifter, alien, reptilian. Yeah. She got a new program. You want to go watch it? You're okay there. You told me that, but Europe ain't. What do you mean he's getting better? What's going on with the little guy? What's wrong with Jack? Is Jack having an issue? Oh, it's all lies. All right. Well, I'll take your word for it. Oh, no way. I didn't know that. We had our little turn. Chest infection, flu. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Real sweetheart had you. Was, yeah, I don't, I was pretty worried. I'll tell you that much. That's all I got to say. I really don't want to talk too much about it on here, but it was pretty scary. Oh, I got medical misinformation on Radical. They were going to pull down my channel. I said, well, save that for uploads in the garden and the chemtrail sky, and we'll go to this worthless goyim. This is I think the third channel. We had to get 3 channels since I talked to you, man. I've been getting a lot of trouble. We got what is it? Radical Ralph. I forgot the other one. And then Worthless Goyim. They were hammering on me left and right. I was taking a wee in the loo, and I was telling men how important it was for it begins with a K that girls usually do, but men should be doing them. I came, sat down about 30 minutes later, boom, that was it. You're being too nice, girl. They're globalists. They're military. This has been taken over by, way I understand it, the military now. All of them have. Some say, well, you shouldn't even be on here. Well, I ain't too worried about it. Maybe somebody in the military watching me say, that's a good man. It's a good soldier. We'll be good to him. You know, I haven't seen you in a while. We like the little bunny videos. Makes me smile. Oh, and I found out why I can't give you a thumbs up. Because for some reason, them short ones don't fit on the screen very well. And so all I can see is a thumb up number. But I do realize if I put my cursor way up there, I can give you a thumbs up. We're feeding humans to the reptilian. Hey, did you hear, Penny? Did you hear they sent like 100 illegal aliens to Kamala Harris's house? And then they sent 100 out to this posh place called Martha's Vineyard where all the reptilians hang out. Yeah, but remember I told you I couldn't give you a thumbs up. I couldn't figure it out, and that was happening on everyone. It was doing. You heard that? well, Martha's Vineyard wasn't too. Hey, you don't go there, man. They must have flipped right the frig out. You got to understand that's a small, very posh community. Watched it at the Naval Observatory. Oh. Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna next week, if you're up for my live show, I don't know, one day next week we're gonna call the governor of Texas and Florida and tell them to send me 20 hot chicks. They jailed the YouTube. It says if you can find 20 hot illegal alien chicks, send them up here. I'm lonely. And you haven't seen her in so long. Who'd they jail on YouTube? Come on. My camera needs Viagra. Yeah, I can't keep it up. Come on, man. There she is. My love of the evening. Yeah, I understand that. 72 virgins. Yeah, but listen to this. I think if these illegals know how to use a broom, ACES, broom and vacuum cleaner, I could put them to use. What else do you think I want them for? I got to ask my doctor if I can have sex now. Good to see you, sis. For stalking, someone made a video on someone. It said a president. So what happens if you go do a paparazzi? Like if you go, is that considered stalking? You're making a video on it. Oh, good. Good. He had 3. Wow. We I think we got 25 or 30 subscribers now. We're moving up. Yeah. So I've just been changing my diet, getting exercise, and taking pills. I'm just holding on. It's going to be all right. I think I'm 51. I think I forgot what it is. I'm moving up. Yeah. It works, you know. Hawkeye. Everything gonna be all right. Hawkeye just went through a change in his life, and we were all there for him. So I'm happy we do this. You know what I mean? I'm here. We try to be as good as we possibly can. He's really good. Wait a minute. How come mine's... Oh, what happened? Something happened here. Oh, hold on. Where is he? You don't remember Hawkeye here? You've been doing all right. Have you seen that ad, Sister Golden here? It's on TV. Hawkeye been here. Yeah, he's Canadian. I am too. I'm glad I'm doing good enough to take care of him, though. It was kind of spooky. You ever heard him sing? Penny? I saw the ad on TV the other night. Oh, that funny? Well, I didn't know it was funny. All right, we'll go. These machines are getting old, you know. They're still going. Help reduce the bend. What the fudge are you doing here, boy? I just watched I just watched I just watched oh, she's a gynecologist, she's a urologist, you know. And I subbed to her and she was talking about that the other day, how bad that really is. I didn't realize it was that bad. I'm gonna listen for a bit. Oh, sister, you ain't missing anything. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, I do. Well, I don't think I do. I think it was just I'm overwhelmed. You know, I'm really overwhelmed. I got a lot of shit going on, sis. I got a lot of shit going on. I made my phone call with everyone in here to order my coal in May, and they were all listening. All right, you want 4 pallets? I want 4 pallets. And then I don't know what it was, June. She told him July, I can't get coal. I mean, what do you mean you can't get coal? Nobody can get coal. Then she called me up and says, we got your coal on the way. No worries. And then they ain't got coal. And I had a bunch of shit to do on the car. I'm getting a lot of it done. I got a lot of it done today, a little welding and stuff. But yeah, that's what happened. Yeah. Buddy is looking great. He is. Give my what? I can't see that. Oh, right. Burning. Oh, yeah. All right. My little bird told me I wasn't going to die. The same little birdie that told me when I got pulled out of the ocean, freezing, rattlesnake. Same little birdie. Just, just changed my diet. I've been eating like shit. You haven't been around. I fell this winter in February, man. I hurt myself pretty bad. I got three compressed nerves in my spine. And I got a chiropractor, and he was working on that. And then they put this medication in my vein. I don't want to talk about it in here. And the other knee pain went away. Come on. Are they really? Everything, everything. I'm paying. I got 2 tomatoes for $2, Hawkeye. I told you that. Are you talking about, just a regular size apple or a gigantic one? As far as giving my burdens, it's my deal. I came here. It's a hard place to live. The weather's bad. Summer sucked. I might not even get Granny Smith. Wow. I might not even get a tomato out of my garden, although I technically picked one the other day. It was only about an inch and a half long. I got flowers on my eggplant, but I don't think I'm going to even get any eggplant. That's pretty scary, ain't it? You guys all remember the video called Soil and Green? Remember when it was Sal's birthday and Charlton Heston showed up with this rank looking orange and he started crying? Orange. It's an orange. $1 a piece for a friggin' tomato in September, man. Ain't nobody's garden doing too good. Too much chemtrail up here. So you went out and shopped, Hawkeye? I know you told me you took the bus, and so you went out shopping with your new haircut? Delivery. All right. I need to take a break. Good to see you guys. I haven't seen some of you people in a long time. And I miss you. I hold no grudges. Bygones be bygones. We got enough enemies in D.C. They're going to kill us anyway. Probably. I'll be back. Yeah, I always did good with my peppers too. I was pretty proud man of growing the peppers I did. Over 100. Yeah, I've been watching Stephanie and um, what's his name in California there. I watch about three other people in California. 110. Took a long walk with your haircut. Good. Good for you. Good. Yeah, I mean, I tell you, last week though, I was pretty a little upset. She was showing that fire was 10 miles from her house. Not upset. I don't think that's a proper word. But I was hoping she covered it every day. I don't know if she had to evacuate or not. But I don't lie. That's why I sent you the same letter. Holy cow. How did the girls make out? I'll tell you something. The only I looked a long time ago how Mexicans growed pot down in 120 degree. All that Mexican in the 60s and 70s, and they all had shade cloth. But it looked like you guys were getting, I don't know about you, but I know Southern California was getting slammed with some big winds with that too. Dawn was 111 in Oklahoma. I think Bubba broke 100. Oh, no way. You have that typhoon? Yeah, you should see what happened to Moab. My gosh. There's Wonder Hussey was down in Death Valley now, and they had a typhoon down there. Good. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? I mean, I like my girls, but man, I like eating tomatoes and eggplant and peppers and carrots and onions. Nothing came up. Nothing. Nothing. MJ, hey, how you doing? I did put the word out that you were doing okay. Good to see you. And I'll talk to you next week if you need somebody to talk to about that. That's crazy. The whole thing's getting crazy, man. I'm telling you, sis, you should hear the whole thing. Miss Nurse there, man. Let me tell you something. You'd be like, are you shitting me? Yelling at me. Yelling at me for taking a piss. My God. I'm like, calm down, you peoples. Anyway, I got some good help now, Mo. I got a pretty good doctor now. We'll be all right. I just, like I said, I just get overwhelmed. And you got to understand the whole method of that, especially for my cold. I mean, she guaranteed me, don't you worry about nothing. We got your cold. And then 3 weeks later, I said, who was it? Somebody did a video. Oh, Carol did a video about how no fuel and coal and home heating oil and propane. Home heating oil, $4.29 a gallon. You know, 4.29 a gallon. It is a crazy world. No peas or squash. Try your peas now. If you got more seed, try doing your peas again. You got time. Um so Carol did this video. I'm like, what do you mean they ain't got no coal? And so I called her up. I think we were on live. And she got really kind of perturbed with me. She really did. I don't have time for this. I'm like, what do you mean you don't have time? Tell me what the fuck's going on. This is my heat source. I mean, I don't have an alternative heat in here. I'm not overly worried. I get tires. I'll burn tires if I got them. People are like, oh, you're a crazy man. You can't burn tires. You'll kill the environment. I said, let me tell you something. When I stop burning tires for heat, we'll probably have zombies in the street. So I appreciate all the good thoughts, buddy. He's been doing better than me. We couldn't even walk, and I mean I couldn't even go for a freaking walk, and I'm wondering, you know, will I ever be able? I mean that too. I'm wondering if I'm going to be able to walk. I'm gonna get my whole life together. I'm gonna go back to Utah, Nevada, and Arizona, and spend some time out there. You know, won't be able to go for walks and hikes and stuff. You know, nothing major, but just a good walk. But my chiropractor done wonders, and whatever drug they put me on in the hospital totally took the knee pain away, and nobody wants to address that. I'm like, that knee pain was serious shit, man. I tell you it was serious. So my whole point was, you know, I think you're on to something there. Whatever was in that knee is gone. Oh, I mean, ain't not much else go on here. We ain't got nothing for the garden. Girls are doing all right. I got my Toyota pretty tightened up, new brake line, and sealed it up the way they wanted me to for inspection. Now I got to get 4 tires. I'm like, my God. And it's all right. Everything gonna be all right. Everyone got their own issues. You know what I mean? Well, I'm glad you stomped in. There were a lot of people asking for you, MJ. Well, first of all, I don't have a knee pain drug. I'll talk to you about that later. It was what they put in me in the IV, and I don't know if you can get a chiropractor, but I'm going to tell you something. You got to really search. I had 2 chiropractors up here. One weren't worth a shit. One wasn't worth a shit. And then I got a good one. And you know, he's getting that lower back. You know, when I was working a dishwasher up here, I would get through Friday night, pretty painful. Saturday night was excruciating, and sometimes I couldn't walk until Tuesday or Wednesday. But I could always get that hip back in place where it belonged. I couldn't do that with this. I had fallen in the ice, and he worked on it. It took him probably about 6, 7 shots to get it even so it would move. And now it goes pretty easy. I mean, 5 minutes with them, I'm all set. So calcium citrate and vitamin D would be my biggest recommendation for you. That the zinc, magnesium, those are things you should be taking after what you've been through. What you've been through is severe shit, man. That ain't no messing around. Not my opinion of it, anyway. This stuff robs your bodies of minerals. And it's just overall not really. So that's what I would start out with: calcium citrate, vitamin D, zinc, magnesium, and potassium. Is it? It is horrible. I mean, I don't think Bubba's in here. But, I don't talk too much about my shit, man. I mean, I'm drinking almost 3 quarts of Cali Rosso, sometimes 4 quarts, from 4 o'clock in the afternoon after work till 12 o'clock at night. Gallon. Buy a case of Cali Rosso, gallons. Then I had a beer deal. That was, then in the Army, I had whiskey. And that shit was going to get me killed. Yeah, and I mean, they want me to quit smoking. I says, give me a break. I quit alcohol. I mean, by myself, I quit my cell phone. Get rid of your cell phone. I'll quit smoking. But I have slowed down, and I hope you're holding your own on the smoking too. Yeah, I didn't smoke that much today. I got 2 cigarettes left. Especially working on the car and shit, man. I always had a cigarette in my hand, in my mouth. Doing thinking. So what I'm doing now is I used to light a cigarette when I have a complex issue to repair and not sure how I want to do it. And I used to sit there and smoke and think about it. And now I just back off and think about it a little bit. But this shit will rob you a lot of minerals, and I think you'd be doing better if you could get that help. You could get a good chiropractor to adjust you, number one. If it's a good chiropractor, they should be able to help you with supplements. And, them AAA people should have a good idea about what good supplements are. Because I think when your body's full of the supplements that you need, it's just one less thing your body ain't asking for. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. You can come up, if you want to come up. If not, I'm going to shut this down in a little bit. We lost quite a few people in here, so everyone's going to sleep, and but there's a link. You want to come in? If it help you talk about it, come in. You'll see your new haircut. You can get in here and get on TV before the girls leave. They want to see your haircut. Come on.
Peace, Radical Ralph Russo.
What you doing?
Just ate an apple.
Yeah, your $2 apple.
Yeah.
Wow, you got some haircut going.
Got her all shopped up and took the razor to the face. Yeah. Had to be done.
I had a fire today.
You what?
I had a fire in my beard.
A fire on your beard, really?
Yeah, welding into the car. It's all right.
I hope so.
Oh, well, I did say I'm going to, if I do get to travel west again and celebrate my trip out there to go see the West, I do plan on stopping in Davenport, Iowa, and probably not a crew cut, but a very short haircut, and shave
All
my
right.
beard and leave it on the east side of the Mississippi. LOL.
Sounds good to me, man.
What are you drinking?
Apple juice.
Good.
It is good.
Read the label.
There's a lot of sugar in apple juice.
There is.
Well,
There ain't nobody got cider there.
oh, I'm sure I'll keep an eye out for it. Does cider have alcohol in it?
I can, but yeah, I would be looking for a non-pasteurized apple cider, something fresh. Have
Okay.
company here. Chat you all soon. Call you next few days. Ralph, you take good care, MJ. Thank you. You look good.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
All I'm telling you is, and I'm going to share this with you. All right.
Okay.
This is about addiction. So, about 2 weeks ago, I was wanting Matt's off-road recovery, and they got these things called chicken in a basket. They're crackers.
Okay.
So I was in Walmart, and they had a big box and they had a small box, and I usually don't buy that stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I went and bought these, and I'm sitting here and I cannot stop eating them. I mean, I'm just wolfing these things down, right?
Yeah.
So I take the inner bag out, and there's like 3 shitty little crackers in there. And I said, "Don't touch them." And I mean
Right.
it. I'm in here telling myself, "Don't you dare touch them."
Okay.
Anyways, I stopped reading the label, and it says geoengineered food product.
No kidding, eh? Wow.
Now I'm telling you the truth. I ate them things like an effing pig. I mean, there really wasn't that many in there. There was like probably maybe 2 cups, maybe.
Right.
But I don't eat like that. Like I'll take 5 of them out and a little snack, but I couldn't stop. So I laid in bed and I had them things up on the bookshelf. Them 4 crackers, shitty broken crackers in there. And I say, "Don't touch them, don't touch them, don't touch them." Finally, about 2:30 in the morning, I'm telling you, I got the fuck out of bed and went and ate them crackers, and I could not help myself. I couldn't stop myself. I could not help myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been there too. Just I ordered some groceries, and I'm trying all these things that I got used to in hospital.
Yeah.
And so one of them, like sugar frosted flakes.
Yeah.
Drinking a lot of apple juice, orange juice, Ribena, um,
What is Ragdina?
black currant, juice,
Oh,
and yeah, just eating simple things like yogurt, apples. Made my first spaghetti dinner tonight. That was a big treat.
did you cook the
And
whole pound?
no, I just used Prego sauce in a jar
Yeah,
and just plain old spaghetti. Nothing fancy at all.
that's all right.
It was all right. Yeah, I was grateful for it.
Yeah.
Um, and I made a phone call today, and yeah, I'm just really. It was kind of cold and drizzly here today, so I just kind of took a break. No walk today, but that's okay.
So the other day, I got some friends that really blew my mind at the soda pot store. I've been going there for years, and they like me, and I like them. I always make them smile and laugh and shit. And I says, "Well, I'm over at Tractor Supply trying to get coal or whatever," and they had a package of Pennsylvania Dutch Amish. I think they said um, spearmint chewy candies like like soft gumdrops. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I'm sitting there and I'm trying to get these things to the place that ain't far away, and I'm eating them like a pig. I mean, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Anyways, I got home, and guess what it said on the label on that? Geoengineered food.
Yeah.
I was like, son of a bitch, man. I mean, I know I like they were a small package. It might have been a cup of them in the package, and I
Right.
shared with them, but I should have had at least 4 or 5 to throw in my little. I got a little like candy jar, you know. I got candy in there from Stephanie over 3 years ago. Um, you know, she sent me up some chocolates 3 years ago. You know, it might even been longer than that. But my point was this year, I don't know. To me, I don't crave crackers, and I don't crave. I crave fish. I crave good fish, shellfish, you know. But I don't crave crackers or gum chops, man. I just couldn't believe I ate them things and jonesing. When they're gone, I'm jonesing. So just be careful of what you're buying. Look for the sugars. No added sugar. I wouldn't eat diet. I wouldn't by buying anything that says diet. How are you on tea?
Not a big drinker, really. But since I was in hospital, I got exposed to it again, and I liked it. So I found a whole cupboard full of tea that my mom used to send back with me. I just never told her that. So a lot of it is probably from 2012, but it's all, I don't know. It should be okay. And I got this new kettle.
Yeah.
It's the one they had at the detox center, and it's just too easy to use. You just press a button, it boils, it flips off. It's
Yep.
an incredible little device.
Hey, Dawn. Good to see you. We had some shocking news in here tonight. MJ showed up. He's doing good. Sister Golden here doing good, and Penny Bunny showed up. And you might not recognize the guy on TV, but that's Hawkeye. So this kettle is an electric kettle.
Yeah. Yeah. It's made by Hamilton Beach. It's like a tall glass jar with a
Yeah.
lid on it, and you press down a button at the back, and the
Yeah.
thing just takes like no time to boil water. And yeah, it was. So I think I'll start drinking tea and instant coffee again.
You know, I watched a video maybe 2 months ago. I think we all did, but I don't think you were there, about tea kettles and how to boil water, what the best way to boil water. And this
Okay.
guy did all timing and all that shit. And he said, just your regular Walmart
Yeah.
plug in the wall kettle.
Right.
Dawn says teas are fun. And you know, there's so many teas out there. I don't know if I can sing you some legally, but I got mullein grown in my backyard. I got spearmint.
Oh, sure. I wouldn't mind trying that at all someday, Ralph. Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, well, first I got to find out if I can send that shit to Canada.
Oh, I'm sure you could. You can
Then
send
it's
anything.
no,
I've
but
had
then the sec- Go ahead.
I've had marijuana and mushrooms delivered from the States.
For real.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Harvest. I'll send you a package up.
Sure. Sounds good. Sounds good to me, man.
It's you know, people. I tell you one thing though. Like I am very picky when it comes to that, and when I get one that helps me, and I don't think helping is a good word for it. One that gets me out of the mojo. You know what I mean? I mean, some will say, well, you should be able to pull yourself up out of your own mojo. But I think you and I live in a real unique situation. And I think there's a lot more people out there living like us, and there are not a lot of happy people. You know what I mean?
Yep. I couldn't agree more. It's
You know,
something that's so obvious, really.
and I only heard this on ham radio in the last 2 years when the Corona Bona bullshit. I
Right.
mean, prior to that, I would listen to a man. You know, I know for years he just lost his wife. Now he's living alone. He don't know how to cook. You know, and but I think the depth of loneliness um, after during this hey backwoods welcome. MJ was in here, Sister Golden here, and Penny Bunny. Shocking. And we got Hawkeye if you don't recognize Hawkeye. But the point was, um, it seems like there was like this loneliness thing. I think it's being triggered off by the deep conscious that we are fucked and they're going to do something nasty to us. And I don't think we want to hide. I don't personally want to hide behind anybody. But what I would like is another head there, you know, to help us get through this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Listen, Ralph, I wish I could talk more, but been kind of a long day, and I need to go to bed.
Well, go to bed. Yeah.
Yeah, I took my sleeping pills and they've kicked in, so I think I'm going to go and get another Geez, I slept for 14 hours straight last night. That's why I
Did
missed
you
your show.
really?
Yeah, I went to bed at 10, woke up at noon. It was
Shit.
something else, man.
I I think like 11, 12 I go to bed. Maybe 9 o'clock at the latest. I really am. I really wish I could sleep like that, but
You
it
know,
makes
it might be worth talking to your doctor about sleeping pills. I can give you a
yeah.
few. I can suggest a few. I can tell you the three that I'm on, and I think most doctors would go for it.
Well, I did melatonin. Somebody sent me a bag of melatonin gummies. They worked for a while, then they quit, and then I've been using Sister Golden here. Told me about 2 years ago about taking 2 or 3 Benadryl at night.
Yeah, that's cool. But the prescription medications are definitely probably better, and if you use an antidepressant that makes you drowsy,
Yeah,
it can also help you with your mood too.
yeah. Well, right now I'm doing the cardiology shit, so I don't want to get too stacked up on this stuff. I'm hoping this is just temporary. I'm not going to take this the rest of my life. You take good care and sleep well, and maybe we'll catch you in the morning. If not, we'll see you down the line.
Yeah, and thanks very much, Ralph. Take
You're
care,
very
buddy.
welcome. You're very well. Thank you for being here. I thank everybody for being here. Take good
Thank
care.
you,
Good
everybody.
night.
Good night, Sean. Good night, everybody.
That was pretty cool. And your man came back home, Dawn, and we talked to dearest Dawn, and I guess the judge won't give her the Social Security after 9 years. So that was some kind of sad news to hear. Yeah, I think we are cool, ain't we? We all are. That's why we're here. And I really don't have much more to add. It was a good hour. I'm glad everyone showed up. I wish more people came in and talked to me, but I think I'm going to shut down too. I had a busy day. Had to leave again till Sunday. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, it's a sad thing when they deny somebody like that. And meanwhile, the no notification. Wow. I sent you an email. I sent you an email. I sent everyone. I got backwards. I'm almost sure I sent everyone an email. I could tell you who I sent. That's really crappy. I mean, why the fuck are you fucking with this woman? You all of a sudden want to be, they want to be so responsible, but yet billions and trillions of hidden dollars going to the industrial military complex that ain't making nobody's life in this country any better. They should be locked up and hung for treason. And I still believe that. I really honestly believe that. And I hope we had a Pol Pot clean out someday in this country. And these son of a bitches that wanted to act stupid all their lives. Dawn, I got you there. Dawn morning, I sent you an email. Bubba, Hawkeye, Leslie, Jewel, Groveland. I wonder what Groveland doing today. Hope she's doing good. Well, that's all right, man. You know, it's all right. It's good. I'm glad you made it anyway. Yeah, I know. A lot of people don't check their email. You know, on a Friday, just keep checking your email and I'll try to send you out the invitation. Because I wasn't going to go on YouTube. I wasn't going to do YouTube. I was just going to do StreamYard and have one of you at a time come up. No, let's wish the best for Hawkeye anyway. And everyone else that's struggling. It's we'll see what happens this winter. Yeah, it is good. You know, I mean, it is good. So I don't think Sis is here no more, but that was really weird. Yeah, everyone. I mean that too. And you know something? I reached out to somebody and somebody told me you're gonna apologize to Stephanie. I said I already did. And so I said that was a while ago. So I went and did it again. And this time I sent her a copy of it and she came in tonight. And I just hope she leaves bygones be bygones and quit this, you know, I mean, they want to kill us. I think it'll be interesting week by week, day by day. I think, yeah, I was glad to see her in here. You know, I mean, I like Stephanie. I really do. I mean, she sounds better than she ever did. Maybe she just was having a tough time. And I wasn't ready to handle that because I get kind of sloppy once in a while, you know. Well, you know, I get kind of down with what's going on here and the aggravating shit that goes on, you know. The pellets in the backyard, all the other bullshit. Anyway, um, we are just human, and I'm not perfect, and I try to remind everyone that even though I'm running the room, it don't mean I'm going to be perfect. And there are a lot of times I get up and I say, "What the hell can I play for anybody?" Like I'll get up like a half hour before I start the show, and I'll sit down and I'll look at all my subscriptions, and there ain't nothing else to bring up. I mean, I don't have no material. Then we want to get rid of us, full of control, small population. You're right, dude. You're right. You're absolutely right. And I'm hearing more and more of that on radio. That's a part that really blows me away. These people didn't talk like this shit 3, 4 years ago. You should hear the revolution on the radio. We got to do something. And this ain't a Trump thing either. There are some Trump assholes out there, but for the most part, they're not into this. They're not into the Trump thing. They think it's time somebody got an ass whooping and taught these fucking senators a lesson that they should have been taught 40 years ago. They got totally out of hand. You got insider trading. You got people getting their back pockets lined. They're voting on bills just because if they don't vote on the bill, their state won't get nothing. Blackmail. Maybe that's the way it's been on forever, but don't tell me it ain't gotten worse. And then people that say, well, that shit went on forever, then good. You should have fucking been doing something about it back then. And expose the disjustice. Because that's a sacred body that shouldn't be fucked with. Them are the Congress. And if they are, we need to stop it. Because if we don't, this is what we're going to end up with. And now you got, it's kind of sad to see these people being sent to Martha's Vineyard, highfalutin Martha's Vineyard, with all the reptilians out there, the Clintons, the Bushes, the Obamas, and the rest of them. But it's pretty sad that they're using illegal aliens and sending them off like that. And I think that's bullshit. I think you should have put them on a plane and land them in Mexico City instead of putting them anywhere else in the goddamn country. Controlled jab hurt, yeah. I can't believe the non-common sense going around. Unbelievable. I have to walk away from people because they're so uneducated and brainwashed. It's sad. It is really sad, but don't be sad for you. That's why I tell you, be good for yourself. Because I really honestly believe in my heart that them fucking mask wearers and them fucking morons out there buying into all this bullshit, 9/11, Kennedy got killed by Oswald, the rest of this shit. I think them fuckers are going to have to live in the world that you and I are screaming, we don't want this in our lives. You see what I'm saying? And when our time is up, we'll probably be the ones to go to that utopia, and they're going to have to go live through the same shit. And then that after a couple lifetimes, maybe they'll stop seeing the bullshit. Yep, people are pulling, people are wearing masks and damn car by themselves. It is unbelievable. It was unbelievable when I seen it for the first time. You stupid, ignorant slut. You got a fucking Mercedes Benz with a cabin filtration system. You could drive through nuclear fallout and not have a problem. Question everything and do everything opposite of what they say. Con men in power, and they've been, and it's gotten worse. There's no respect whatsoever now. I mean, they're even playing games. A lot of people think this is so cool. Send them to DC, send them to Camille Harris's house, and send them to Martha's Vineyard. Well, in its a way, it's kind of damn cool, ain't it? But don't forget, these are human beings. And they shouldn't have been let on a plane anywhere in this country, which was a violation in my book. Aiding and abetting criminal. I think they should have been sent back to Guatemala. Even if you're going to arm these people, 99% of them look like they're old primates. Take them out to Fort Hood, give them 2 weeks of boot camp, teach them how to shoot, and then parachute them in their own country. Take the drug cartel back. Get rid of the CIA out of the country. What can I tell you? Question everything, believe everything. Billy Cooper used to say, watch everything and believe nothing. Send them back, in a prime fighting force. In 3 weeks, you should be able to take them and teach them how to shoot. And then go bring them back to their country where the CIA is causing a lot of the grief. And then help Americans first, right? But I would spend money on them illegals. Give them combat gear, basic combat infantry training school. Yeah, I would invest in that. In fact, it's going around everywhere. People are confused. I think that's a good point right there. That confused. There's so many. I'm confused. How the fuck are you tell me I'm going to get my coal and then don't get my coal? That's a big thing to me. That's a big fucking thing. That's my heat, man. And then you tell me you're going to help me with the fucking heat, the stove, and you don't do that. Bullshit artists. Confused and pissed off. Well, I think out of the confusion, people don't know. That's one thing about me, too. Out of my confusion, I do get pissed off. And those are the days I come in here and I was being nagged by Stephanie, and it was very unproductive. And I just got pissed off. I couldn't take no more of your fucking bullshit. I was confused, and it just turned into being pissed off. And I don't like that. I don't think I deserve that. That if she comes back, she's welcome back, though. I do want to let that know. I don't hold a grudge. Yeah, bro, send them back to their country. The people who want to come here, they do everything legit. My buddy come here, and my buddy took care of my campground a couple nights that summer. I had a girl in town that wanted to see me badly, and I was alone. And he took care of the camp. He helped America out, and they're not giving him his citizenship. Get rid of all these con ABC agencies right out the bat, man. ABC agencies done. Look, the FDA is fucking having us eating shit now. That we got an acceleration in cancer in 50-year-old and younger people with all the food they were eating, all that warheads and all that shit. ATF, get rid of them scumbags. The DEA, get rid of them scumbags. You haven't been able to stop pot. You haven't been able to stop heroin. Now get the fuck, there's your walking papers. The IRS, we don't need you no more. We don't need you no more. I agree with you 100% on all that. I think the ABC, that's why I gave Trump 30%. I thought he really was going to go in there and pull the plug. Go to work at McDonald's, ATF, DEA, NSA, the rest of you fucking scumbags. And then you tell us, well, our country's under great severe threat. I'm not worried about it. Approved but not authorized for correct. Yeah, that's all fucked up shit from your Republican-controlled scumbags, the Pence family. The better for them. And it is true. There was no reason to let Dawn do that. I don't think there was. There was no reason to hurt that woman. She demanded she wanted that shit. You give her that shit. Okay, it's so broken here. Was change on what family doctors can do since 2020. No. I watch a lot of Adam Green, and I didn't like his ties to Israel. And he did a lot of things that you might find positive compared to Joe Biden or Obama. But, his defense bill budget went through the roof. Don't forget that. He was still buying into this shit. The greatest military in the world is going to give you the greatest vaccine. I remember him saying that it should be free healthcare for all. No question asked them. Not from taxes. Well, just look at the military budget. Dawn looked that up one day. I forgot what the hell it was. I think it was $109 million for every man, woman, and child in this country. That's incredible. That's incredible. I forgot what it was in 24 hours. It's like $120 million in 24 hours. Gas tax. This tax, that tax. Yeah. The list goes on. Yeah, well, it's pretty funny. We fought the British over a little tea tax. What do I get for my tax on my tobacco? What do I get on the tax, the heavy tax on buying a joint from a store, a reefer joint? What do you got for me for that? Where's my representation for that? It isn't. And taxation without representation is illegal. They're all legal. You know what I mean? We ain't going to get out of this. Our country's been taken over. You know, I mean, the country was ran what for 2 years from Dr. Fauci? What the fuck are we doing to ourselves? The man has every right to stand in front of American people. I think you should wear a mask and I think you should take the jab. That's what I'm going to do. Make your own choice. Cannabis destroyed the medical cannabis market and stole the money from the people. Of course it did. Income tax, by something paid, black tax, same. We got property tax here. I pay my property tax. What do I got? I ain't got no kids in school. What the fuck are you charging me that much to run this town for? Because you plow the roads and dump salt on it? You've been very gracious at how much salt you dump on the roads. I'll tell you that much. It's still federal law, but still take the tax money from it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You know, if you open up a cannabis shop and you're making 125 grand a month on that, you are paying federal taxes on it. That's how bad the system is corrupt, and that's how bad we let it happen. And these scumbag coward Jews in this House and Senate. Yeah, the house is paid off. You know, you don't have no kids in school. You should be thinking really good and hard about what you charge somebody for property tax. You know what I mean? You don't got kids in school. That's it. You don't pay that part of the property tax, which is 3/4 fucking school. You want me to pay for your goddamn federal goddamn fucked up school? Don't ever come here asking me what I think about it, because that's exactly the way I'll talk to them, too. You psychopathic fucking teaching children whether they should be sucking dick or sucking pussy. That ain't none of your goddamn business and don't need to be taught in that school. House and property are in off, but you still have to pay property tax. Yep. You know, you should. Once you pay taxes on what your mortgage is. That's, you can generate revenue that way. Maybe you wouldn't be so gracious of giving the plowman a job when the fucking snow comes down and it's 1/4 of an inch, and you're dumping fucking $40,000 worth of salt on the road and burning up fuel. I think that's going to end this year, especially if fuel gets really tough. They're going to pass it on to the taxpayers. Fuel goes $8 a gallon. You're going to send a fucking plowman out on 1/4 inch of snow? What? So they motherfuckers, highfaluters that got, $100,000 car can race through here at 80 mile an hour, 70 mile an hour, whatever. We got cleats here, You can run cleats in this state. I remember living up on that mountain. We didn't have no plow, man. I remember this place 5 years ago before they started fucking plowing the shit out of it. Beating the fucking plow on 1/4 inch, sparks flying up. I'm like, holy shit. We might not get a new paved road and go easy. Anyway. I was talking to the neighbor about the same thing. He said the same thing. He said 1/4 inch of snow, they're out there fucking plowing, dumping salt. Consumer tax money, I think there's enough for free health care for all. Yeah, I agree with you. Jimmy Doyle believes in that too. That's a problem, healthcare for profit. I think that became a real problem. Like all that shit they wanted to do to me, man. Are you kidding me? I looked at these motherfuckers. I said, you got to be in this shit for $70,000. I said, I ain't going to die. Once you say that for the people that really need it, once you pay that for the people that really fucking need it, the people with offspring, I don't have no offspring. Doesn't mean I ain't worth it. It means it ain't needed. I'll take I recommend passing away at home. It's all a money scheme. Yeah, I'm going to pass away. I don't think I'm going to pass away. I don't want you worrying about that shit either. You know? Look, I'm going to tell you again. You've been 9 years struggling here. I got some of the most nastiest goddamn weather I've ever lived in. And I'll tell you something, the truth, too. I'm going to tell you the truth. When I had people sitting with their families, Ralph ain't swearing. Ralph ain't doing nothing but being a good man, as he is. And a lot of the people ask me what it's like living in Rhode Island. And I told them, I says, you know, you got a state that's smaller than this Forest Service, and you got 1.25 million people in there. And then they'd ask me about Maine. They said, one word about Maine. You got to be a hot-ass motherfucker to live in Maine. The weather's brutal. Very, very disappointing when you don't get sun for 3 weeks at a time. Just like Alaska. I'll tell you the same thing about Alaska. Going along, bro. I'll come meet you before. Well, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not thinking of it. That you know, that's what I mean. I ain't thinking about it. And I'm telling you, son, happens, it happens. Yeah, I don't want you to come. You don't need to come here. We're doing all right. Believe me. Take my word for it. Everything's going to be all right. You know, everything's going to be all right. I lived up there. I didn't like it. I didn't like living here. It was very tough, just as I said it would be. But I think what made it tough here, for me, anyways, in my personal opinion, is we're not getting the brutal winters that we had. I get excited about that shit, man. You got the 2-foot snowstorm coming in tonight, and then Monday night they forecast for another 2-foot snowstorm. I used to get excited about that shit. There were two things about that really hurt me. That really hurt. Number one, I had to go on the roof and shovel that snow off the roof. That's number one. Number two, I only had a 5-horsepower blower. So I'm getting a 2-foot of snow. That snow blower would only handle 4, 5, 6 inches of snow at the most. And that was a real pain in the ass for me. I mean, there were the times here that I got very little sleep in 24 hours on a 3-foot snowstorm. I just come in and lay down for an hour and then go have something to eat and go back out and snowblow. That was all because I didn't have the proper machine. Now I got an 8-horse. I like a 12, but I got an 8. And I'm good with it. When it runs, little fucking piece of shit. You know. So, I mean, I say a lot of things, and it really, channel and meet you, Ralph, when fucked up the jet stream, natural weather stream that was happen when you manipulate the weather. Well, it's been awful. I mean, the summers have been awful. The winters are fucking awful. You know, a lot of people some people get on my case about being so depressed. I wake up in the morning, I come down to see, and you're sitting there bitching. Well, bitching. I want to make a documentation, and you can go to my live streams and replay them in the winter, and you can see I ain't had a fucking sunshine day in fucking 2 weeks. And nothing's falling out of the sky. It's all them fucking chemtrail pellets. That's what's falling out of the sky. It ain't snowing. How the fuck you got that much cloud cover with no goddamn precipitation? What are you, out of your fucking mind to believe in that shit? This ain't England, man. So, I mean, you know, when we get some big snow, we get all cleaned up, we take a day to rest, and then me and Buddy go for a walk, man. We walk down to that lake. He says that's 1 mile down to that lake. I mean, that's a good long walk when you're talking about 10 inches, 14 inches of snow and no snowshoes. That's really good exercise. Low 40, not normal. Yep. Well, probably going to go right into winter. You know how they did that last year, I think. Last fall, I think it was. It just ain't right, man. You keep fucking with the weather. This is the kind of shit that happens. And people like me that have been in tune, you're pulling them right off their natural path with this unnatural shit. So we're all good. You know, I mean, you know, I remember stacks of snow out front, you know, 15 feet, you know. And be nice and quiet in here in the winter. Nice and quiet. Got snow packed around the house. Even the loudest, obnoxious inbred come down here. Don't bother me. Nice and quiet. I mean, I don't personally understand these fools, but that's me. I'm looking for economy. I don't suck dick to the oil company and run tires that just burn up fuel for no reason. Set my lilacs setting new leaves. You said no, but I thought you had a problem last year with your lilacs doing that. Remind me if I go live tomorrow to tell me to go look at my lilacs. I mean, you come up and live in a place like this, you know, I mean, you know, even though you're making money, no reason to waste money. I'll look at my lilacs. Everything's dead, you know, I mean. The echinaceas, you know, those were always, up to about 3 years ago, they were always vibrant color, you know what I mean? Deep pink, you know. And now they got some whitish in them. They don't look too healthy. My girl's got spots all over the leaves. Who the fuck knows what that is? Is that shit falling out of the sky? Maybe I'll do a video tomorrow. But overall, man, it's really that part of life. You know, people say to me, "Well, you're getting old. You really don't want to live in a snowy environment." I always think I'll always want snow as long as I can get some exercise. You know what I mean? You didn't make it. Yeah, I don't know. You had to do something there that was tragically wrong. I mean, to the magnitude of killing plants, man, let me tell you something. Yeah. Well, neem oil. I think you can even use. I think you can even use Dawn dishwashing. Not that hard to get rid of. But I moved here and I wanted a quiet environment. You know, you know, it's just what happened. Get more people moving in, and yeah, I don't know what I'd call that. Learning curve, I guess. It's just a speed. I mean, in the last 5, 6 weeks, I pulled out of here and I had some motherfuckers coming around this corner up top of the hill, and I looked really good. They were hard on the brakes. I mean, that's just outright careless people you're around. I drive around here, they say hidden driveway, hidden driveway. Well, they ain't a hidden driveway here. I don't go out that much, but when I do, man, I have really shocked the shit out of me. I'll be back. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I was supposed to be on radio a little bit early. One of the guys came home that I knowed for a few years, and he had, I guess I don't know what the fuck they did. Removed his part of his tongue and his jaw. He had cancer. Never smoked. Never chewed. Never did nothing. Unreal. Anyways, it was good. Good. Rest well too. Both of you guys. Well, they said there's 4 in here. Rest well, and you guys have a good night. And thank you for everything, man. I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I hope you did. We'll see you mañana.